Right, it's now been about a week since we first put the bristlenose plecos in. Have they done the job that I was expecting them to do? Is the tank clean? Stay tuned to find out. I don't just this. Right, you will notice straight away if you're looking closely. That is nothing. There's no diatoms. Wood completely clean. These plants completely clean. Everything is absolutely completely crystal clear. And I couldn't be happier. Now the glass, look, has still got a little bit on. I haven't been scraping it off just because I know that the diatoms are getting a little bit sparse now, so they've got to sort of work for it, and you know, they're not all over the plants, so there's only actually one place for them to still get it from, and that is the front glass. There were a few on there just a minute ago, but they got spooked when I come closer. The water is still really tinted, which is awesome. If I come down here, look, you can see down the length of the tank, you can see that colour difference there. Look at that, real nice tint, and you can also see the dirty grimy glass as well. I'll give that wipe off in a minute. I might do a little water change as well, actually, just to sort of freshen everything up a little bit, because it's starting to sort of get to a level now where it can be looking amazing, what with the plants all looking crystal clear as well. Look, we've got a new leaf as well coming out of the Anubias coffifolia on there, which is great to see. And also look at this. So there is a load of baby cribs. They are much bigger than when I first put them in here. I would say that they're like double the size now to when I first put them in. They're getting big. You're growing, my friends. There's a lot in here as well. Because I'm coming up to the glass, they think it's feeding time, so they're all coming to the foreground. Let's give it a little tap. Hello. Maybe I should feed them now. I feel bad. Yeah, I will do. Oh, yeah, look, see? And the Congo tetras, they know that tap now as well. Everyone knows the tapping. They've all learned. Okay, I'll feed you. Okay, guys, here comes the food. Thank you for your patience during this time. Look, there we go. Oh, they're going for it. Loving it. Whoa! I've just noticed this crib down here. It's got blue fins, just like the father. All the colours are coming through. Let me just bring you in to see that. Oh, I've just completely polluted the water, but they're loving it. There we go. Look at this one. Got to be a male. Hang on, look at those bottom fins. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. Yeah, it should be there. Look. See, they've got that blue to them. Don't think the female had that. Where's Daddy? There's Daddy. Look at his fins on the bottom, his pectoral fins. He's got like different purples and blues and everything in those. Look, he's going to town on this food. Go on, son. But yeah, there it is again. See, it's that one. I'm not seeing any of the others with it, to be honest. So this one looks to be a little bit further ahead than the rest as well in terms of growth. Oh no, I've spotted another one. Okay, this one as well. Again, a larger size. I don't know if this is from a different sort of batch of babies, but or maybe these are just the fast growing alpha style sort of ones. What's this one looking like? Maybe a female, maybe. Who knows? Look at the Congo tetras though. Look, they're not scared of me at all now. Look, I'm right up to the glass and they're coming everywhere, so they're not shy. They do still like hanging around in that back area like they did before, but they are much more used to me now, which is great to see. Still trying to find those males. Now, Maidenhead Aquatics, where I got these ones from, they got some males in, but they're like this big. They're absolutely tiny, so I've got two options. Wait it out until some bigger ones come, or just sort of let those ones grow out and bring those back. But the problem is at the moment is they're so small you can't even sex them, but they know that there's some will be, like, you know, by probability alone, some will be males. But I'm not too disappointed because the females are awesome anyway. Look at, I just really like them. Why am I still filming this with this disgusting glass? I am so sorry. There we go. There's one of our plecos right up. Not you, fella. You've already been in the shot already. Look at that. Albino, no, not albino, it's the lemon blue eyes, isn't it? Or golden blue-eyed bristlenose. If you want to focus that is, please, come on. There we go, yeah, I was trying to focus on everything in front of it. But yeah, such a beautiful little fish. And then swinging right over to the other side of the aquarium, look. Down here we've got as well, this is the sort of normal style one. But look at how well he's just sort of camouflaged in. Quite dark there we go. Love the patterns on this one. Look at him, it looks so good. I'm saying him, I don't know if it's a him or not yet. I mean, they're too small to sex currently. Some people say that if they've got more of a rounded nose, it will be a male or female or something in that characteristic, but who knows. Oh, and then just above him, look, over here, we've got another one of the lemons. Oh, so good. They are doing such a good job, and they're not scared to be like sort of on show at all, unless they're on the front glass, like I said earlier. If they're on this front glass, then they are gone as soon as I step closer, but if they're hidden, there we go, look, there's another one down there. There we go, see? There's all three of the lemons then. You know, naturally it's going to be a lot harder to see all the sort of standard ones. They camouflage so well, don't they? I mean, who would have thought he was there? If he didn't move, I wouldn't have known he was there, to be honest. Look at that, brilliant. So yeah, like I say, we do need to give this glass a nice quick wipe down, and then we can actually see how good it is, because it should be back to where it was. Actually, it should be better than when we first started, shouldn't it? Because we've had all the sort of plants are growing in like really, really well. So take the Riccia, for instance, it's tripled or even quadrupled in size. I might even have to trim it, because if you don't trim it often, then the bottom parts go dead or sort of yellow. It doesn't look that great. Thing is, if I trim that stuff, it's gonna make a massive mess. So the glass is all clean, but the water's gone all sort of murky because it's all in the water column currently. I'm going to switch off the filters, which I don't normally do when I'm doing that sort of maintenance of just scrubbing down like the glass. But I want to trim this Riccia because look, that's just crazy, isn't it? You can actually see, look, just at the bottom part starting to go a bit yellow. So now is the time to do it, otherwise it's just gonna A, get out of control, and B, just die off most of it. And we don't want to get to that situation where you trim it back and everything looks really naff. So if we do it now, it'll still look pretty decent, and it'll just grow better as well. So yeah, filters off, it's gonna make such a mess in no time at all. Right, I'm thinking the best way to tackle this is just to get stuck in, just start hacking at it. I'm not really going for any shape, just bring it right back down. And actually this is quite good, look, because as I'm trimming it, I'm not getting down to that sort of dead part. It's still got some nice greenness to it, which means that after we're done here, it's not just gonna look completely naff, is it? I mean, the surface of the water is, but hopefully the plant, okay, so a little bit too short there. It doesn't really matter too much, to be honest, because even these sort of yellowy bits will grow back sort of green in no time at all. But if we can avoid it, then probably best to try and do that, isn't it? Right, it all looks absolutely great, doesn't it? Trim right back, and in fact it stayed nice and green even though I went down quite low with the trimming. So I'm happy with that, but let's have a look at the surface, look. It's like a lawn, like an actual lawn growing in. Right, I think the best way to tackle this is to scoop it out first, and then I can use that surface skimmer that I've got just to plonk on the end, and that should get it all good in no time at all. Right, I've got the surface skimmer. I'm just gonna stick it anywhere. It doesn't really matter where it goes at this point. Just stick it in, switch it on, and it should all get most of the surface stuff. I mean, they're quite big trimmings actually, so it might not, but it'll at least pull them over to this area, and then we can scoop that out, and then I'll put the filters on, and that'll blast anything up to the surface and take care of that as well. This is like a real lazy way of doing it, but it's efficient, isn't it? So. Right, so I found the best strategy was just to keep scooping up as I was using the surface skimmer just to take away any of the smaller parts that were sort of falling through the net. By using both at the same time, and I also switched on the filters just to keep blowing stuff around, I was able to clear it pretty quickly. It took about 5 minutes, all completely gone. I mean, that's 5 minutes of my life I'm never getting back, but it is worth it. So we are now midway through the water change. It's gonna lose a load of the tannins, you can't avoid that. They will build back up in time, but at the moment it's just gonna drop. It's needed though. It's been 2 weeks since I've added any sort of new water to this tank. Now it's far too early in the setup to be leaving it longer than that. Obviously we haven't got plants in here that are fast growing like stem plants. We've got a lot of Anubias and stuff like that. Even the S. repens that we've got down there doesn't grow incredibly fast either. So what we're going to need to do is just do a nice big water change still regularly up to about the month mark, I reckon. But eventually this tank is going to grow in so thick with Anubias and the Java ferns, they'll be covering most of the wood at some point. They're already sprouting new leaves so fast into this new setup. So I've got absolute faith it's going to look insane in no time at all. But at the moment those water changes are still absolutely needed, and it's going to look great for it. Right, so you know when you have to go uptown to run some errands and then you end up taking a 30-minute detour to the fish shop? We've all been there, come on. Well, I'm only going there to look. I'm just looking, okay? And no, I bought more fish. But in my defense, I did need some more bristlenose plecos, and I just couldn't help but go back and get more of those golden blue eyes that we've got here. So I've got 6 in there, 2 to go in each of my sort of 60 centimetre tanks, so they'll sort out any algae issues or any rock cleaning. And then the other one that has just fallen over, it'll be fine though, is the most amazing Betta fish ever. I couldn't not get it. Look at it. Look at that. It's a Dumbo, like platinum white thingy, I guess. Anyway, I haven't got home yet. We're going to make an awesome tank for this one. I'm going to go for something extremely detailed and cool. But for the time being, we can put him in one of my sort of spare tanks in the other room. Here we go. Look, I'll rest him in here just to temperature acclimate. Better turn that light off as well. Don't want to spook him. There we go. Give that 10 minutes or so, I'll let him go in there and we can have a proper look at him. Oh, it's so exciting. Honestly, I saw him in the shop. I was like, I have to have it. How much is it? It was quite expensive, but I didn't care. It's one of those that you have to have. Yeah, so one of the reasons I wanted to get some more of the bristle noses was for Timmy's tank. It's getting a bit of a sort of diatom outbreak again over here. It's going to happen. I mean, we've got that highlight coming in that area. The rest is pretty good. It just seems to be happening down there. So the bristle nose, 2 of them in this small sort of area. Well, it's not that small, is it? It's 80 centimeters all the way across. So it's nearly like 3 foot across and halfway filled up, so it's the equivalent of a nano tank, I guess. Anyway, that's not relevant. But yeah, as we've already seen what a great job the bristle noses do. As we've already seen what a great nose the bristle noses do, they'll have these Anubias leaves and everything like that looking awesome in no time at all. And most of the time we're just going to be left with the glass to give a wipe, which is nice and easy. Right, I've got them out. They've been temperature acclimated, well, acclimated to the temperature of the room anyway in this little pot for a while now, so we can put them straight into the tank. 2 of these. I just need 2 first of all anyway. There we go, absolutely tons of food for you in there, guys. They'll get to work and they'll have this clean in no time at all. If 6 got the whole of the African River clean in like no time at all, these guys are going to do this in probably about the same amount of time, to be honest, isn't it? It's probably 2 per amount, like that volume, but I don't know what I'm saying now. Just clean it, guys, go! And if you happen to be male and female, don't hesitate to have some babies for me as well. And then I'm going to put the others in a storage tank for now because everything else is looking pretty good at the moment. But then I can just, you know, feed them, make sure they've got food, and they'll be ready for when we need them next. Actually, saying that, this tank might be a really good place for 2 of the bristlenose to go in as well. So look, on that wood, we're getting a little bit of algae. They'll have that clean. It'll be an awesome home for them as well. And this could be the one for breeding without forcing it, you know, in like a tube, like a breeding tube. They could find a nice little spot inside there somewhere, if they're male or female, that is. Now, I've just done a water test as well. Tanks like this that I've experimented with, I do testing pretty much every day. Well, every day actually. This one I've been doing every single day, and we're now getting 0 nitrite and 0 ammonia. We wasn't getting any ammonia anyway, but we was getting nitrite, and now it's gone. It's all good. So it's like the tank is fully imbalanced and cycled using the fishing cycle method that I usually do with lots of water changes, that kind of thing. So we're brilliant. Let's put in 2 of those plecos in here as well. No, don't you dare leave him alone or her alone. There we go, not interested. A little bit excited there, Golden Ramos, that something came in the tank. But he knew pretty quickly, actually, this is not food. This is not my food. Good boy, don't worry. Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Fish are friends, not food. Okay, he's fine. He can click. What's he doing there? Maybe he wants to play. Ah, he needs a friend, doesn't he? I did look in the store today to see if there's another female gold ram. There isn't. So now I'm just going to go for females, like normal rams, any different kind. I think he needs a mate in there. So now he's just harassing the ember tetras. Right, it's now been a good 20 minutes actually. The Betta fish is temperature acclimated, hence the light on and everything. He is ready to go in. We can take a much better look at him. It's a good little tank, lots of places to hide in. There's some floating plants as well, and it's got a tiny little filter in it, so he's going to be absolutely happy in there until we come up with a really cool scape. Right, there's nothing else going in here with him, so I'm just going to pop the bag like that, cut the end off, and I can just let the the water go in and he'll swim out. There we go. Whoa, look at that. He is absolutely stunning. There's some like blue tones as well. I mean, there we go. Surely you guys can understand straight away why I had to buy him. He's a good size as well. He's not too small. There's my finger. He's probably joint first in size-wise now to the biggest ones I've got. But he is so stunning, isn't he? I didn't know. In the shop, I couldn't see the blue. It just looked all white. But I'm really happy that we got that blue on there. It's absolutely stunning. Look at his mean face. He's got one of those big sort of angry lip faces. Like, don't mess with me. I'm going to mess you up. I don't know why he's from down south. Any ideas? What should we do for him? I mean, I'm going to do ultra high tech. But no, no way. I don't do high tech. You guys know that. A few people have been asking me to do high tech tanks. I'm just not into it. Not happening. Not now anyway. Maybe like later on. But yeah, it's got me thinking. Maybe I should do like a really cool dragonscape for him, like with Dragonstone. Because I haven't got any actually at the moment from Dragonstone. So that might be a good shout. What are you doing down there? What are you doing? And also guys, whilst I was at the shop, I also got another thing for the African tank. Now it's not fish, but I think it's something that adds a good amount of detail. I'm not sure if it's actually from the African sort of continent at all. Anyway, it's gonna look really good and it's gonna help massively with water quality too. So yeah guys, I got these water lettuce, is it? Or it says pistia right there. I don't know what that means. Anyway, look, let me take them out. Look at how beautiful they are. Look at that. Okay, some of the leaves at the edges are looking a bit rough, but that's all right, we can just take that one off. Look, it's just hard one-handed, there we go. Look, and then we'll get a whole root system, and this one's already got a baby one growing out of it at the side, which is cool. Oh no, that's a baby, yes, it didn't just fall off. Cool, so we've got babies, or offshoots, I guess. I've got quite a few in here, look. I've got, look, one big one. Oh, another massive one, yeah, I didn't realise. Got a nice massive one there, and then a couple more small ones. Now that should be ample to get us, look at that one, that's like a model one. That's one you could have like on, I don't know, on something, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna put these straight in. They should look great. Look at that, look at them just floating there. That looks great, doesn't it? So the fish think they're being fed, obviously, as always. No guys, that's not food. But what that's going to do is probably make its way around there and act like quite a nice little bit of cover for them in certain places. Now I think it will get big trailing roots in it as well, which will look cool. And what with those, and then the lilies, eventually they're going to be flying up to the top, aren't they? Oh, did I show you as well? Look how red the reds have gone, and look at the size of them. Let me come right round. Look at the size, let me zoom out. Look at that versus the baby. Such beautiful colour on there. There's just loads more shooting off as well. Hopefully they'll be reaching the surface soon, because, I mean, you can keep them compact by trimming them and keeping them from the surface. That keeps it down low. But I just think this tank will look wicked with a bit more cover and, you know, a little bit less light. Do you know what I mean? Because it's quite a bright African tank at the moment. But that is it for this episode, guys. Make sure you subscribe, because this weekend's build video is coming up. You can kind of see it behind me, but not, because I'm hiding it now. Yeah, click subscribe, click the like button. I'll see you on the next one.